Oh, we are live again. Here we're back again. What's going on, guys? Y'all doing? Three black guys up in this piece. What's going on, Mario?
Hey man, hey, I'm here.
Having some technical difficulties going on here.
Hey man, I am. I have to probably start heating my computer up
An
about
hour.
30 minutes. Yeah, almost. I say at least 30 minutes before it kicks
Yeah,
off.
I was gonna say, man, you need to do about 7:30 should be good.
Right.
But I have a good excuse, and we can get into that if you guys like.
Uh-huh.
It's all good though.
Oh, really? Anything you want to share?
Yeah, yeah, man. Okay, so first of all, greetings everyone. We're the three black guys, Trey
What's up,
Negros.
everybody? Like, share, subscribe, notifications, hit all of that. Please tell us where you hitting from. Now go. I'm sorry, brother.
Okay, so the reason I'm late is because I went on a ride with my club brothers,
Okay.
and one of my club brothers had some mechanical difficulties on the ride that we had to fix on the spot. And we got it handled. We got it taken care of. And in addition to that, we ran into another group of guys, some Buffalo Soldiers. That's a motorcycle club, and we linked up with them, man, and just ended up having a real good time at this spot that they introduced us to.
Okay.
And so while we're there, I look up, and for those who you don't, those of you who do not know, um, I'm into moto vlogging, and I follow several moto vloggers on YouTube. Well, um, the uncle of one of the moto vloggers that I follow and his wife showed up. So I was kind of, starstruck, a little bit. I'm a
Oh,
fan. I'm a fan. Yeah, I was a fan. I was being so I'm sitting there about and I lost track of time, and I'm like an hour away from Birmingham. You know what I'm saying?
oh,
And
snap.
so right. So we sitting down talking and just chopping it up, man, and got carried away. I looked up, I'm like, oh. So I've been driving 90 miles back to Birmingham, wide open. I literally came in the garage. I parked in the garage, started pulling off stuff. I ain't even had a chance to wipe road grime off my face, y'all. I changed t-shirts and came upstairs and started hooking my computer up. So my computer takes about 20 minutes,
Yeah.
15, 20 minutes to just come
Yeah,
on, warm up, and do all of that good stuff. But like I said, man, it was good. I got the fan out with some people that I follow on on YouTube, and they were real cool because a lot of times you meet the people that you follow, and they could be jerks. But these two, man, they were good folks, man. We got to
Awesome.
chop it up
Well, we're
together.
glad you made it back safely, sir.
yes, sir.
Thank you. Glad to
Yeah.
be here.
So what's going
Glad-
on, everybody? Want to say hello to Pastor Lovejoy. He's watching us, and Batacon from DC. What's going on, bro? What's going on, Ernest? What's going on, J Mac up in the house?
J
Man,
Mac.
we got a lot to talk about, man. I mean, so much has gone down this past week, dude. We had another shooting in Atlanta the other day. I don't even have the energy to deal with that one. I don't know about y'all, but I'm tired. I'm tired of watching black men die. On this day, we still got over 2 million people confirmed cases of COVID. We've got 650K people have recovered, which is a great thing. We should be giving some great news, and that's some good news that 650K people recovered. But we
Right.
also have 117K
Great
thousand
thing.
people have
Woo,
died.
117,000 have died.
So we are still in the midst of a virus, people. We are still in the midst of a pandemic. Let's not take this lightly, guys. Please still take care of yourself. Put on your mask. Put on, wash your hands, wash your face. You know what I'm saying? Don't
What?
touch your face while you're out in public. I mean, all that stuff, guys. We got a lot of stuff going on here in Birmingham. I want to bring up one thing before we start in Birmingham because I know Fred wants to talk about our mayor here in the city. Um, Mr. Mario, he's going to take up a good part of the show talking about guns. We're going to talk about some firearms. and the rise of black people purchasing guns. As me and my family, we're about to get on that. I've been a person that don't deal with firearms, but now is the time to look at buying a gun. All right. So I want to say hello to Miss Alice. She's in with us. I want to say hello, Miss Gloria. Thank y'all for joining in with us. We're going to talk about some guns today. But first, guys, let's talk about what's going on here in the state of Alabama. There's a bill that's about to go forth that I want everybody to know about, and it's called HB 373. Now, why is this important? Well, this bill was brought up back in March by a representative here in Alabama, Representative Stringer, back on March 3rd. And the bill HB 373, this bill would deem body camera footage as not, listen to me, as not a public record, and deem that such records should only be disclosed if a person whose image or voice is in that recording or makes a request for that recording. So then, in essence, they're saying that all police body cam videos will be blocked. Nobody can use them. Nobody can see them, or unless the person that's in it requests to see it. And it would therefore be no longer public record that when we ask for the video, HB 373, that's funny, Harold. Anyway, that the public will no longer be able to see police officers or sheriffs or deputies, their body cam footage in Alabama. Y'all have to know about this. You have to go ahead, man.
That's BS, man. That's some straight up BS. I don't care how you slice it. That's BS. If the police department is supposed to be transparent, this is not a step in the direction of transparency.
It is not.
That's okay. Barbershop talk. That's BS, dude. I'm trying not to cuss. That's BS, bro.
It is.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Fred, you got to interview anybody who's watching, guys. If you I want to answer somebody's question right quick. Tez asked us, we are using StreamYard, sir. But if you have any questions for us, if you have any questions about what we're talking about, please feel free to go over to Three Black Guys Show. If you're not with us on Facebook, please go over there and ask us any questions. James, what you think about the HB 373 bill that's going through our legislature as we speak?
Well, I mean, it don't surprise me. Body cam footage has become important in prosecuting police officers and proving their wrongdoing. So, of course, there's going to be something that they are going to try to put in place to stop that. And I mean, I think when body cam footage or body cams were first implemented, I think we expected this type of stuff to come along eventually. I mean, they're not going to, because even in having them, you still have police officers that, I forgot to turn it on, or it just ain't on anyway. And so when it is on, it seems to capture them doing things that they shouldn't be doing. So I think, man, it is what it is. It's definitely not that surprising to me. I don't think it's going to go anywhere, though, to be honest. I don't see people voting for that. I don't. Not enough for it to pass.
So was it placed in effect, or is it to be voted on?
It's just a bill. It is only a bill. So right, it's just a bill that they're going to be looking at here in Alabama. And like once again, that is HB 373, guys. Those of you who are watching, man, you need to know your representative for your area. Of all people that are listening in Alabama, know your representative. Give them a call and say, man, hey, we don't want that. There are a lot of pushback with sheriffs that are pushing back on this this bill. So hopefully I'm with James, and this won't go anywhere. But hey, we are in the state of Alabama. We are here from where Jeff Beauregard Sessions was the Attorney General, and we are here with a great Governor Kay Ivey is the governor of
in the great
Alabama.
state of Alabama. Great state of Alabama. Jeff Beauregard. Boy, that's
Jeff
so,
Beauregard Sessions.
that's so what's the word I'm looking for? Ooh. Antebellum is not the right word because but that's that's real Civil War-ish.
Yeah, Beauregard.
Right, Beauregard.
Beauregard.
Hell. Yeah.
So, in keeping with Birmingham, we're gonna stay local. Then we're gonna hit up to national because we got to talk about your boy's birthday today. But anyway,
that's some boy.
Anyway, come on, Jay Fred.
The man can't have a birthday, y'all. Come on.
Who can?
No.
Who this?
Trump.
45. His 45th birthday.
So I supposed to care about his birthday. Whatever. I'm gonna let y'all have this conversation because I have nothing to say. Go ahead, y'all.
But go ahead. Fred wants to talk about.
I wanted to discuss, and not even so much. This does have something to do with the mayor, but not so much him. I want to talk about real quick, man, the controversy that's going on with Funny Man. What's his real name? Is it Jermaine Johnson?
That sounds close enough for me.
They charged him with inciting the riot because of what happened, and a lot of people are upset about it. They're up in arms about it. But I don't think people understand how deep this is. And I just want to break this down real quick. So just to go back, a while ago, they had the protest at Kelly Ingram Park. He was at Kelly Ingram Park, and he made some statements about going to Lynn Park so they can take down the monument. Okay? Now, to preface this, he did, in fact, say that we don't want anybody to touch any buildings or do any damage to anything like that. We don't want none of that to go on. We just want to go over here and get this monument down. So 7:30 that night, they meet up. He's trying to get the people to, start tearing up the statue and getting it down, and he's hyping everybody up. And of course, we know that they weren't able to. The mayor comes out there and says, he's going to take it down. After that, you had some rioting going on in the city and some looting and some damage by some people. Most of them were young folks, but, it was just a bunch of people out there. So they've charged him with inciting a riot. And people want the charges dropped. They said it wasn't his fault and everything else. This is what I need people to understand, okay? First of all, it was not his intention for that stuff to happen. It wasn't. But you cannot control violence, okay? You can't say, I want y'all to be violent here on this, and it's supposed to stay there, especially when people are hyped up, didn't achieve the goal that they wanted to achieve, so they still hyped, they still angry, upset, and so they took it out on other things. So, yes, that is inciting a riot. But before anybody listening, if there's any white folks listening, before y'all get happy, but let me tell you something. I don't see a thing wrong with what he did. I don't see a thing wrong with what he said. It was unfortunate what happened, but let me explain why they're going to come after him, though.
Can I say once? I see that Carter Law has joined my page. Carter, could you come over to 3 Black Guys Show on Facebook, bro? And because we're talking about Funny Man Jermaine, I'd love to get your input on it. Go over to 3 Black Guys Show on Facebook, bro. And I would love to get your take on that. Go ahead.
So you have a man from Birmingham, Alabama, who at that point became a voice for the unheard. Okay? He became a voice for people. How long have people been talking about taking that monument down there? For the longest time. And he became the voice of those people who weren't previously being heard. Okay? Once you become a voice for those people, you then become dangerous. Because I want you to look at what happened. Because of what he did and what happened in Birmingham, Alabama, it caused the mayor to act. and get that statue down, which in turn caused the whole world to act and start taking statues and monuments down.
Now that's true.
Because of what Funny Man Johnson did in Birmingham, Alabama.
That's true.
That makes him dangerous.
Right. And that's why he got hit.
Okay. Now, if you are going to, if anybody is going to become a voice for the unheard, for the voiceless, there are going to be charges. You have people that are still in jail now from the 60s and 70s who were a voice for the unheard. You have people that have been exiled and are running all over the world because they were a voice for the unheard. Okay? That's what happens when you become that. He just became one of the strongest people in the world. And I don't even know if he realizes it.
Wow.
I don't even know if he realizes what he started. Because even though he only wanted the violence to go to that statue, and I get that, but because of what he called for and what transpired after it, has become a worldwide movement.
Wow.
We are having conversations.
Worldwide movement.
Right. They're taking down monuments, man, all over the world.
UK, they throwing stuff in the river, dog.
Hey, man, I ain't mad at the UK.
My thing is, listen, if we're going to be a voice, if the three of us decide that we want to be a voice, that we want to get stuff like, we've got to understand. Once you do that, there's consequences to it.
Right.
People ain't going to like it. It's not going to be easy. Old school Martin Luther King, man, Fred Shuttlesworth, they knew exactly what they were facing when they did certain things. They knew if I go and do this or I say this, I'm going to jail. They knew it. That's just what happens, man, when you become that voice. So what I'm saying is I want people to stop concentrating on trying to make him innocent or trying to make, he did something. Okay? He did something. Now, the charge, yes, the charge is petty. We know that. But hey, it's let me tell you something. With what got going on, we're lucky it's only that they charged him with.
Right.
Like seriously, because we know what happens to people who become a voice. We know what they do to these people. Right. Martin Luther King, Malcolm X, Fred Hampton. These people who become voices for people, we know what happens. They come up, they we know.
Right.
So if people really sit back and think about what happened here and what he did, once again, I have no problem with it at all. He wanted it taken down. He told them folks, man, y'all get hammers, screwdrivers, chisels, whatever you can find, your pocket knife, whatever. go over there and get it down.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And that's what it is. Right. Look, and you have folks out there doing it too with screwdrivers. I mean, just going at it, man. But the problem is that, of course, because of what happened afterwards, that's what so-called law enforcement is going to concentrate on. Right. So it's inciting a riot, whatever. If that's what y'all want to say, whatever. That might not even hold up in court. But if that's what y'all want to go with, fine.
Right.
But think about what he started here in Birmingham, Alabama. Though.
That's amazing.
If you think about that, man.
That's
and
amazing.
like I say, I don't know if he understands what he started. This is a worldwide thing. And I know a lot of people want to give the mayor credit for that, but Mayor
Woodfin was the catalyst. He was the catalyst for it.
Funny Man was the catalyst.
Right.
But the mayor got that thing down.
Woodfin only acted because of what Funny Man incited.
Right.
Okay.
You understand what I'm saying? Because if it wasn't for that, that thing would still be there.
So do you think that he's really going to be charged with the inciting of
well, they charged him, and he charged him, and he paid his bond and all that stuff.
He made bail, and he's at home right now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now, like I say, I don't know if it'll hold up in court because I don't know if they can I don't know the law when it comes to that, so I don't know if they can like really say that he was directly responsible for inciting that. You know what I'm saying? I don't know.
So can I shift?
Yes, you can.
I want to talk about, even with the riots, this whole thing that's going on with the Confederate flag. Now we've seen many of these monuments and these flags, even what NASCAR now. I want to hear you guys take. I pass 2 flags on my way home and to work every day. Is it heritage or is it hate? Go.
Okay, before Mario, I'm gonna let you go first. I just want to say one thing. Y'all better not text the General Lee. That's all I'm saying.
Jerry's out here.
Alone.
Anyway,
Lee, y'all going too far.
Anyway, and I have mixed feelings about that, and we'll get into that too. Is it heritage or is it hate? It's an heritage of hate. Yes, it is. It is a symbol of, for us as Black people, you already know, it's a symbol of that entity that kept us enslaved, that wanted to keep us in slavery. Okay, so I get it that your your great-great-grandfather or whoever may have been a, what do you call it? Confederate soldier.
Confederate soldier.
But y'all lost. You lost. That means if you typically the losing team, you don't get to spread your stuff around. You don't get to fly your flag. Your flag gets taken away from you. You're written down in history as the loser. You understand what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Am I wrong? No. You get written down in history as a loser, and all of that stuff gets defamed and set aside, thrown away, whatever. You want to hold on to this. I don't want to see that crap. I noticed that the flag going down toward Montgomery, they took that flag down. It used to be a big waving rebel flag off the side of the road.
Well, that's the Sons of the Confederate. They might have just took it down for a moment, but that's the Sons of the Confederate. That's their land.
That's right. It's not up anymore.
It'll probably be up in a minute.
Okay, now would be the time for it to be up. If you really spreading heritage, you know what I'm saying. If you really want to spread heritage, but like I said, man, it's a heritage of hate. It offends us. It offends us. You may be proud of it, but when I see it, I have angst and disgust. Boom. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead, James. I'm done. Barbershop talking.
I mean, just like you said, man, it is. I mean, it's a symbol of hate, and I don't think that. I think the people that are against it being taken down, I think they know that.
Yeah,
they know that, and like you just said, it's because it is a heritage of hate. A lot of them are proud of that because they still hate.
Yeah.
And we're seeing it now. People that, at least me, people that I thought were friends or whatever, are really seeing, like, I've had them unfriend me from Facebook just from asking questions. Like simple, like asking questions. Like, you know what I'm saying? What do you think about this? Or oh, you feel like that? What about me? You know what I'm saying? Like, if you feel that way toward George Floyd or Michael Brown or whoever, what about me? And because I asked those questions, now I've become an enemy because I'm trying to sow discord, and I'm trying to be divisive, and I'm using the race card. And I'm like, are you crazy? I mean, like, I think what this is doing, man, it's showing us that a lot of people they still have that hate.
Yeah.
They still have that in them, and they don't, you don't like to be told when you're wrong or when something negative about yourself. And that's what's going on now. So for me, man, Mario, just like you did, I clapped when they unfriended themselves. And you know what I'm saying?
I feel no kind of way about friends that I may be losing over all of this.
Right.
I feel no kind of way if that tells me we wasn't friends, you know, and I know
For
what
real.
the
Right.
issue is.
Exactly.
We wasn't friends to begin with. And maybe I was that guy you had on your page to say, hey, see, I got black
I got
friends.
a black friend.
I got a black friend.
I got black friends. See me on Facebook. And,
Right.
you know,
Right.
whatever. So yeah, I'm not gonna be your guinea pig.
What I've noticed here is that I was listening to a young lady, and she was doing a lot of facts about Black history.
Mhm.
And some people that were feeling, I guess they were feeling, getting in their feelings, they was upset, started unfriending her because she would just bring up Black history facts. And I think you're right. A lot of people who don't, and nobody likes to be told they're wrong. Nobody likes to be told that your grandpappy and your great grandpappy was horrible people. But the
Right.
fact of the matter is that the flag is a flag of losers. Is a flag of, first of all, it's a flag of treason. First of all, it's a treasonous flag. So if you would call yourself a patriot and flag the flag of a confederacy, I would have to question your patriotism because first of all, it's a flag of treason, and then it's used as a flag of hate. And this is what I'm probably going to merge into something else and come back to it. But you see a lot of these flags at Trump's rallies.
Yes.
You have to beg the question: what's really going on?
Right.
And I still can't find a Black Republican to come on the show because I really need them to explain to me how you can be a Republican and still vote for this man. And he's a known racist. I think I saw in the somewhere, I think I saw on the news, and I have to verify, guys, was that he's not going to really say anything about the protest or to the protesters because he said those aren't my voting block or those aren't the people that vote for me. So therefore, he's not going to address them.
Okay.
So now, if you're the president of all the people, and this is where Obama got hit for because he realized and understood because he's an intelligent man, that if you're the president for all the people, you have to speak up for all the people. So once again, this man is an embarrassment to the country. But as far as the flag being of heritage, I call bull crap.
Thank you, sir.
I call it baseless, just basically bull crap. We got a couple people saying things here. What's Jay say here?
Hey, Mac, what up, cuz?
People should be ashamed of their relatives. Wow. Who are down with the flag and the thoughts and beliefs that they still have.
They should be, Jay. They should be, but because from generation to generation, me as a black man, I grew up in a neighborhood where I went. The school that I went to was, I want to say, like 60-40 white to black at the time I came. And what?
I'm laughing at Ernest Madden. He said the Republican payroll will keep them off our show.
See, right there. That's my cousin. I love that dude. But I went to a school that was 60-40 white to black, and we grew up with those kids, with white kids. And at the time, we didn't know any better. They had the rebel flag. They would draw the rebel flag on for art and all of this other stuff. It was just a part of the culture that I grew up in with white kids. I didn't know that it was wrong. I've even drawn the rebel flag as a kid. You see what I'm saying? Not knowing any better. James, you made the comment about the General Lee. Who if you are NIA, if you are 40 and over, you have watched the Dukes. You grew up with the Dukes of Hazzard.
Right, every Friday night.
Every Friday night. And
before the Love Boat.
You see? The Love Boat.
And Fantasy Island. Smiles, everybody. Smiles.
So you grew up with that car. You grew up seeing that imagery. And in your mind, you didn't know what it's the General Lee. You know what I mean? It's the car. That's the car that we love. Now I look at that car and I feel some kind of way. And now I'm a grown man.
I text the General Lee.
I understand the symbolism behind it. I still like the show.
And y'all know what the horn was, right? When he hit the horn. Look away, Dixieland.
Right. So the whole show in and of itself was steeped in what we just said, a heritage. You see what I'm saying? But they dressed it up real nice. And at the time we didn't even know any better, dude. So now I said I love the show. I don't watch the show. I can't watch the show anymore, knowing what I know. I feel a different way about it now, knowing what I know. She says knowledge is power. That is so true. Let me tell you what got me out of that. My college roommate, one of my college roommates was, so I had to be around 19 or 20, 19. He was studying Islam and messed my head up. I mean, when I said mess my head up, make me question everything.
That was a large mess up.
Oh, okay. You got head.
I'm sorry. Go ahead, brother.
No, I'm gonna leave that alone. But at some point, when you know better, you do better. That's all I'm saying. You should do better. If you don't, that's ignorance.
So can I play a little advocacy here?
Yeah.
So we want to do away with the General Lee, but we want to keep watching the Jeffersons, and we want to keep watching. Keeping your head above waters. What's that? Good times. So what's the difference
Miller.
between watching
Barney Miller, but
it was Good Times? Yeah. What's the difference between watching that and then watching black exploitation? Because that's what it was.
It was black exploitation.
Yeah, it was showing black people in the hood, in the ghetto, and can't get out. So we on one extreme we got racism out blatantly, and then we got a portrayal of a black family that can't get out of the hood, no matter what they tried.
And that some people struggle. Really, it was what it was, but that was some people struggle.
Yeah, I don't think it's the same.
You don't think it's the same?
It's not. I don't think it's
well, can I talk personally? I couldn't stand watching Good Times. It was a good show, but for me, it was once again portraying us and giving us a message that, man, no matter how much you struggle and how much you try, you just can't get out, and we're gonna kill your father. So I mean, to me, the show I couldn't watch it. For me, it was a message that I just didn't want to hold on to.
As a kid, you couldn't watch. As a kid, you had this much forethought.
Not as a kid. I mean, I was forced to watch Hee Haw, for God's sakes, when I was a kid. But as I got older and I understood what I was watching.
Despair, this agony on me. Oh,
wow.
Down depression, excessive misery.
Wow.
If it weren't for bad luck, I have no luck at all.
Are you done? Are you done?
Don't despise agony on me.
Wow. The show has gone to a whole nother level.
I'm done. But go ahead. What was you talking for?
But as I got older, I realized what I was watching, and then I was like, I can no longer watch this.
But that's what I was saying earlier. When you know better, you do better. It's hard for me to watch it now. You know what I'm saying? Because I see it from a different perspective now.
Yeah.
But when you're younger, it was what Steve. It was what it was. It was a time in our past.
Yeah. So, but is it? Oh, man, never mind. Let's move on, man.
No. Yeah, say that.
But is it acceptable now? Now that we've had the Cosby Show and the different worlds, and we got Oak Leaf and all these other shows, that black shows, and what was that one where Kerry Washington was in? That show about the president. Now that we had these shows, should those old movies, those old stereotypes go away?
No.
Listen to me.
Okay.
Are not going to touch. Okay. Now, listen. We can do away with everything else, and we can do it. But listen, I don't care nothing about the show. Leave the car alone. Period. Now, what else we gonna talk
about? Erica says, if I'm not mistaken, the Cosby Show was the first show on TV showing black families doing well. In our time, I think. you know, and when we were coming up, yeah, you know,
So
Cosby
with
kind of,
the Jeffersons count,
The Jefferson would count, I believe.
yeah, because they moved up to the east side,
Right.
you know. So yes, yeah, you're right. You're right. I guess the Jeffersons would be that show.
Dude.
What's that? James is a real Mac, why are you talking about?
look, I don't care nothing about none of that. Y'all gonna leave General Lee alone. That's all I know. I've been trying to get that job since I was 6 years old.
Man, we're gonna chop that bad boy up, dude.
Chop what up? General Lee.
General Lee's gonna be chopped
As
up.
long as y'all leave the Knight Rider and the Bandit alone, I'm cool.
Who? Oh, the band, the Firebird. Yeah.
Trans Am.
You got the trans. We had one growing up. Can't mess with the trans, dude.
All right. So let's move on, guys. We are really here tonight to talk about guns.
We are.
We are.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, go ahead. Y'all talk. I'm listening.
What? What is that? A cone?
It's a gun.
What?
That is a cone.
What?
It's a gun.
It's a cone.
It's a gun, man.
Yeah, okay.
What is that? Your imaginary gun?
Yes.
Yes,
Yeah.
but it's a gun.
Pew pew.
Right. What's the sound make? Oh, that's good. Okay. So what do we want to talk about?
He said,
I remember That's My Mama.
That's my mama. Well, yeah, that was one.
That was one. I remember That's My Mama.
But in that show, there was no strong father figure in the house.
There wasn't.
Right.
There were men in the show, strong men in the show, but it wasn't a father figure.
J Mac said the car's fine, just change the flag. J Mac, listen, we ain't touching the General Lee, okay? Not nothing on it. Period.
That
Not
car,
their star or stripe need to be touched on the General Lee. Okay? All right, let's go. Guns. Pew pew.
Oh my God. Okay.
So we are now seeing a major shift in the Black community of purchasing and buying guns. Me and my family are one of those families are moving over to purchasing a gun. We have seen the rise of NAAGA, and that is a National African American Gun Association.
Oh, I thought you were spelling nigga. I'm like, wait a minute, that ain't how you spell it.
No. Oh, God, it's so hard to do the show sometimes.
It can be.
Go ahead, man. I thought you were losing your mind for a minute. I'm like, that ain't how you spell nigga. What is it? My bad.
Wow.
Okay, so what's up, Monique in the house? All right, so like I said, the National African American Gun Association, or NAGA, if you want.
I don't think that's a coincidence. I don't, but you know, I think they knew exactly what they was doing. But
I kind of agree with you on that, dude. I mean, out of all the things to name your gun association, I mean, the NBGA would have been cool, the National Black Gun Association, but nah, they went with the National African American Gun Association, which is cool. You know what I'm saying? Your name is your name. But we can see a rise in Black gun ownership. Whatever, Kenny. He talking about gun. He talking about lunges on me tomorrow. Whatever. So I want to get our gun aficionado, Mr. Mario Leonard, to speak on some of you guys who may be first-time gun owners, or you're looking at purchasing a gun. Where would one need to go in the state of Alabama? What kind of gun should we be looking at as a first-time gun owner? And we can go from there. You guys have any questions, please go forward. And let's even talk about, can we even talk about, even in this, being Black and owning a gun and some of the pitfalls and or advantages of that. Let's start off with Mario. Tell us, man. New gun owners. Where should we go? What should we do?
New gun owners.
Pew, pew.
New gun owners. Yeah, you should not get a comb and go parent like James. That you should not do. Where should you go? If you have absolutely no knowledge of guns and you want to, and you think about you think you want to own a gun, my suggestion to you, if you don't have somebody that's versed in guns, such as myself, that you can ask questions, go to a gun range. Find your local gun range in your area. I would say go in and tell them, hey, I've never shot a gun before, or I'm looking to get a handgun, and let them know your story. Typically, they have guns there that they can let you shoot. I'm pretty sure they'll send somebody. I say go with somebody that you know. That's what I say. Go with somebody that you know. Go to a gun range, talk to somebody at a gun store at the gun range, and get as much information as you can. Now, if you are a first-time gun owner or you're looking to buy your first gun, if you've never had any experience with a gun, and I'm going to show you some examples of what I'm saying. My suggestion to you would be a revolver. A revolver, in my opinion, is this is as simple as you can get with a gun, and I shall explain. This is a revolver. This is a 357 Magnum, a snub nose 357 Magnum. It is a revolver. So now I just took the bullets out, so the gun is clear. What that means is
praise the Lord.
It's clear. There's nothing in the chamber. That's the chamber. You load your bullets in here. In this case, it's 6 bullets. 6 of these. You load them in, close it, aim, and pull the trigger. That's it. I'm handling this gun wild, but it's unloaded. I know it's unloaded. So the revolver is the simplest thing you can use to shoot. This is a 357 Magnum. Out of a 357 Magnum, you can shoot the 357 cartridge or the 38 Special cartridge. The 38 Special cartridge is just a short version of a 357. They are the same diameter, and it will fit on a 357. However, that's a 38 Special. It's unloaded. It's clear. A 357 bullet will not fit in a 38 Special. But you can shoot a 38 Special bullet out of a 357. Does that make sense to you?
Kind of, sort of. So will a 38 Special stop somebody in their tracks?
Yeah. For years, the police, before they moved to 9mm, they shot 38 Specials. And then they graduated to, they moved, once 357s came on the scene, they moved to 357s. Like I said, all a 357 is a 38 Special with a longer casing so they can get more gunpowder in it.
Mm-hmm.
That's it.
Okay.
And they changed the, they made the gun to a different tolerances and elongated this cylinder part so you can get this longer cartridge in it.
Okay.
But this 357 cartridge will not fit. It won't fit. It won't close. If you see what I'm saying.
I got you. We got you. Yeah.
So that being said, what did you just say?
Woo!
Steve got nervous when you put the bullet in there.
You got to get out of there. So what I'm saying in that respect, revolvers would be your easiest way to go. What do I suggest for a first-time shooter? Female shooter, in my opinion, I would go with a 38 Special. I would go with a 38 Special. Revolver. Easy to carry, easy to shoot. You don't have to think about it. Put the bullets in it. When it's time to use it, pull it out, pull the trigger. When you're ready to graduate from that point,
first time male shooter.
9mm, semi-automatic. It's empty now. A little bit more complex in the sense of you have to load it. You have to put what's called the magazine. You load your bullets into the magazine and then put the magazine into the gun. Now there's a bullet in the chamber and it's ready to shoot. A few more steps, but you get to carry more bullets with you versus 5 or 6 bullets in a revolver. You now have up to, for this little compact 9mm, I got like 12 to 15 rounds I can carry. Questions, comments, concerns? I'm listening. Any?
I don't have any. So
have any, James?
No, I'm pretty versed on handguns.
Okay,
It's
cool.
long guns, it's rifles that I don't have a whole lot of experience with.
So if you hold on, before you go there, so if there's
I'm
any listeners that are listening to us, we are talking about guns. We're talking about purchasing a gun. We're talking about first-time gun buyers. What should be purchased? Mario just talked about having a 38 special for the ladies, if that's going to be your first gun of choice. For men, it's going to be the 9mm. Is that what you said?
Even some ladies could handle a 9mm.
Yeah.
It's just sometimes people get the more moving parts you have, and a lot of people get have a little anxiety about it. So you have less moving parts here. You know what I'm saying? It's less to concentrate on. So that's why I say start with this. In my opinion, start with this.
Yeah.
And then graduate to this.
Okay.
That's my opinion. You have some people that told, and I carry mine on me all the time. So anyway, you have some people that say, well, just start with the 9mm. It depends on the person. I couldn't start with a 9mm on my wife. I had to come here first. This 9mm was too intimidating for her. So we started here. And then after she shot this a couple of times, then she wanted to shoot this. And after shooting this, she said she liked this one better. What did she say? Shotgun. Shotgun. No aim, just spray. Family, get behind me. And that was my dad. That was my dad's thing. So, that's what he would say. Hey, if anybody break in the house, go get the shotgun from under the bed and just shoot, aim, and pull the trigger. Point and pull the trigger. But so that's my that's why I say you should start, if you are a beginner shooter, start with a revolver, something like a 38 special, and understand that you will graduate to a semi-automatic. This 9mm is called a semi-automatic. That's called a semi-auto.
Now, what makes it semi and fully automatic?
Okay. First of all, it's illegal to carry a fully automatic anything.
Okay.
So they only make semi-automatic. And what they mean by semi-automatic is it will fire repeatedly as fast as you can pull the trigger. That's it.
Steve, if you remember, they made those bump stocks illegal. Those converted the semi-automatic rifles to automatic rifles.
Just holding down the trigger, right?
Right.
Right.
So that was the reason why they made those illegal.
Yeah.
Right. It made the bump stock, right, because of the way that bump stock, it had a spring mechanism in it. So all you had, once you pull the trigger, it would bounce off of, that spring.
Huh.
Right. It was, yeah.
I never knew exactly how they worked. It seemed like it'd be kind of weird to try to fire a weapon like that, but
it was using the forward and backwards momentum to keep the gun firing.
Keep the gun firing.
Yeah. Because typically in a automatic, it's a mechanism inside the trigger, inside of the the trigger and all of that stuff that keeps it firing.
Right.
But the bump stock
was
a conversion way to do it, a legal conversion. Let's say it like that.
Okay, so
next question.
So in Alabama, We have a conceal and carry permit you can get. Is it is there a license that we have to get in other states maybe, or was it like?
I can speak for Alabama because this is where I carry. Every state will be different with its gun laws. Alabama, I can say, is what they call in the gun world a free state. We can do things in the South and especially Alabama that a lot of other states don't have the privilege to do. You can actually carry a handgun without a permit. We don't have to have a license to carry a gun in Alabama. We have to have a permit to conceal carry. What is concealed carry? Can I stand up? I can walk around all day with this gun on my hip. As long as it's in plain view and it can be seen, I don't have to have a permit. The minute my shirt falls over, I'm now concealed carry. I have to have a permit in order to conceal carry. Make sense?
Makes sense.
So I know some people who don't have a permit and they carry their guns in plain view all the time. I say go ahead and get the permit. It's no big deal. Just go ahead and apply. And the applying for the permit is simple. You fill out the application. They'll run a small background check on you, and they'll print your card out and give it to you.
Okay.
Provided that your background comes back. So it's not necessarily a license to carry.
Mm-hmm.
A license to have a gun is the permit to conceal it when you have it. Got it?
Got it. Okay. So now let's talk about some big boys.
And that's in Alabama.
Okay. So we've talked about the specials. We talked about the 9mm. Let's go up to what James wants to know about. Let's talk about some of these big boys.
Okay.
Oh my. He had to step away from the screen.
Okay. All the fuss. Hey, sweet. All of the fussing that you hear a lot of Republicans talk about every time a Democrat takes office, they're going to take out AR-15s. No, they're not. Thanks to organizations like NAGA and NRA. I know some people might feel some kind of way about NRA, but what I can say about the NRA is that they lobby for us to carry weapons like this. Okay.
Wait a minute. Hold on a second. You said lobby for us.
Gun carriers.
For a certain amount of us.
You notice I said NAGA.
Right.
But I had a conversation with a friend, and Killer Mike is a member of the NRA.
Right.
If you are a gun carrier, they lobby for gun rights. You see what I'm saying? Black or white, gun rights. So, why not? Their thing was, why not become a member? And
so I'm about to get in trouble. Is a gun a person?
Huh? Is a gun a person?
No. Right. I'm just being facetious. I just never known a gun needing a right, but go ahead.
No, go ahead. Our rights to carry.
Oh, so okay, all right.
I said that wrong. Excuse me. But the NRA lobbies for gun owners' rights.
There you go. Okay.
All right. So now AR-15. That's a whole nother ball of wax.
All right.
Mario, answer that question real quick.
What is that question?
What does it mean when they have unrestricted on your permit?
You have no restrictions. There are no restrictions. That's just I mean, that's
So what would some restrictions be?
That's a good question. I don't know because I've never had and you're about to make me look at mine. You talk. You're about to make me look at mine. And so I've never had, and I don't have any on mine. Restrictions. We're gonna get here. That's a good question. Let's have that conversation. Nope. Unrestricted. Mine says unrestricted. I'll look into that and answer that at a later date. Or if somebody knows it, type it in.
That's a
But
good
mine
question.
says unrestricted as well. Um, I've never known anybody to have a restricted permit.
Kenny, you are funny, dude. Yes, we are try to get over.
Yeah,
Zombie apocalypse at Mario house. Mario
I
coming.
got you, buddy. I got you.
Okay.
I got you right here.
So you're gonna need a sword during the zombie apocalypse because the sound will trigger the rest of it.
So you got to get your Michonne on.
The guns are too loud, man. They're gonna bring more.
Okay. Look at Max comment.
Visual restriction.
Oh, you can't see.
So I'll go with that for now because I'll go with that for now because I don't know.
Ms. Johnson, the NRA said nothing about Philando Castile situation. Nothing at all.
Mm-mm.
They were absolutely silent. That's why we have the NAAGA. Hopefully, if something ever like that happens again and the NAGGA becomes more powerful, they can have something to say about it.
Right.
Continue, Mr. Mario.
AR-15. This is a civilian. The AR-15 is a civilian version of the military M16 or M4. The main difference in this gun and the one that the military carries is this is a semi-automatic, whereas the ones that the military carries are full automatic.
Mm.
You have a high capacity magazine. You can carry up to 30 rounds in this. You can buy some that carry 40 and even 60 rounds in one magazine.
Mm.
When you get to this stage in weaponry, you've handled guns for a while. You've mastered a handgun, and you can kind of translate what you learn about a semi-automatic pistol over here. Don't really want to go in a whole lot of details, but let's say your bullets will go here. Once you load your bullets in here, you will put this in. That's how you cock it. This is called the charging handle. On your pistol, on your semi-automatic pistol, I'll show you the difference. That's your charging handle. Once you pull that back, there's a button on this side over here. You slap it. Now you have a bullet in your chamber and it's ready to fire. We talked earlier about that's how you charge this gun to shoot. Once you do that, you now have a bullet in your chamber and it's ready to shoot. That translates to this. So once you learn a handgun, you can kind of go to this with a little instructions, with a little bit more instructions, and learn how to shoot one of these. I don't want to give you a whole bunch of technical details. That doesn't matter right now if you don't know about these. But I would say graduate from the handgun. This is good, in my opinion, for home defense. And they come in various sizes and lengths. The stock is adjustable. So they fit if you're a short person and you need it here. I'm a tall person, I need it there. And you have other positions in between. Yes, I have a scope with a red dot in the middle on it. And what I put it on, it'll hit. So the thing with these guns and why they are so popular, you can find them almost anywhere, is because you can dress them up however you want to dress them up. You can put whatever sights you want on them, whatever scopes you want on them. It's kind of like an iPhone. The market caters to AR-15. They're easy to.
Oh, okay.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, we have a question from a viewer. She says, "Are all those guns necessary in one household?"
If somebody breaks in, yes, they're very necessary. and what's the last name on that viewer?
That's a Leonard last name.
Oh, okay. All right. I would ask her if she feels safe at home.
Okay.
That's what I would ask her.
Man, maybe
We'll let you ask her that.
we'll let yeah.
Do you feel safe at home, Mrs. Leonard? Answer that question now.
What we got another Leonard question. This is what about a Daisy BB gun?
Yeah, if you shooting sparrows, it won't even kill a pigeon.
All right. If you can aim for the burglar's eye, I can put it down. You know what I'm saying? If you get. I've been shot by. Matter of fact, I got a BB stuck in my head, man. Them things hurt.
They hurt. They don't kill you though.
Yeah, I got a BB stuck in my head. Me and my friend used to play with BB guns all the time, and he shot me in the head, and it stuck. It's stuck in my head.
So that's why we have the James Fred that we have, because we got a BB stuck in the head.
I always wonder what that rattle was when he came around.
It may be.
So basically, you set off metal detectors every time you walk through one. Man.
No, but I can't get an MRI done. Because when they try to do an MRI, it shows up as a big black spot in my head.
Wow.
We could go places with that. We could go places with that. We really could. My brother right there that's laughing, he shot the military versions of these. My son in the military now shoots these on a regular basis, practice with these on a regular basis. But this is the civilian version of a M4.
Awesome. So, guys, Mr. Leonard did a wonderful show about what we should do. Thank you, bro. Kudos to you, man. I want to go back, man, and dealing with Philando Castile, who was a card-carrying gun owner, legal, and still ended up getting shot by a police officer in front of his girlfriend and child. Anybody's thoughts on being any concerns about having a gun on you when being stopped by the police or whatever? What do you guys think about that?
You know, say that one more time. We didn't talk about pricing.
Oh, let's talk about pricing quick. Go ahead.
If you're looking to buy, that's
a good question that Miss Leonard got to. What's a good age to start getting the kids ready to shoot?
To shoot, my dad started us young. He put my old man put BB guns in our hands when we were like 6-7 years old. We start the kids in our family young. When we have family gatherings, we pull out the BB guns and show them how to shoot BB guns. We started with BB guns, and I think around 12, I moved to a 22. His 22 rifle. He started letting me shoot a 22 rifle. So it varies. You know your child, especially if you have once you got the experience that you need with a handgun, you know when it's time to start teaching your child. But I think you should introduce them to it young, so that they're not afraid of them and they understand what a gun is. And by all means, take all safety precautions to keep your guns, put away, locked up, whatever, to make sure a child doesn't get a hold of them and all of that good stuff.
Okay.
Pricing?
Yes, pricing.
For 38 special, you shouldn't be paying more. In my opinion, you should be paying somewhere between $250 to $375. And really, when you start getting into that $350, $375 range, you've kind of stepped over into the $357 thing. And that's entry level. So for a 38 special, somewhere between $250 to $375. That should be your target window. And there are exceptions. But for a good starter gun, $350, $375, anywhere between that $250, $375. You move to semi-automatics, Taurus, in my opinion, makes a good all around handgun with their G2 and G3 series. A gun doesn't have to break the bank. You have to break the bank to have a good gun. You can buy a Taurus G2 or G3 for $300, around $300. Just depends on what the demand in the market is, because the demand for an item changes the price on it, raises the price. But you can buy a good handgun for $400 or less. So if you're dealing with an AR-15, when you get to that point, entry level usually gets you between $600 and $800 for a decent entry level gun. And we can talk all night about what that'll get you, but that's not necessary. But just for a handgun, $400, between $250 to $400. And that's that. Now, what was the question that you
asked? Being a black gun owner, and we're going to start wrapping the show up here. Being a black gun owner and owning a gun and being pulled over while armed legally, and because we saw that image of Philando Castile being murdered. Wow. Should black gun owners be worried or concerned while trying to defend themselves from others by the police?
You ask, is that just a general question?
Yeah.
Brother, we gotta be worried with a bag of Skittles in our hand. Let alone a gun in the car. I mean, I think as a black person, definitely we need to be. I mean, it's definitely something that I think that we should think about. In this day and age, I don't think we should be necessary. I'll never promote fear, so it's not something I think we necessarily need to be scared of. But I definitely think it's something that should be in the back of our minds. Okay, what am I going to do if I get pulled over? Because Philando Castile made sure he told the cop that there was a gun, and he did everything he was. They tell you that you're supposed to do in that situation, and he still got shot. So I think it's something that in the back of your mind, you have to be saying, okay, how am I going to handle this situation if a police officer, approaches the car?
My ADD kicked in. The question again.
Jesus Christ. I've repeated it twice.
As a black man, should you be concerned with having a gun when confronted by police?
I think, like you said, as a black man, you're concerned about everything. But anytime that I would be stopped, I would always have my pistol on because I carry my pistol.
Did you always inform the police officer that you had a pistol?
I don't say anything until they ask.
Okay. Pull back.
That's another thing.
You're in front of your mic. There you go.
Oh, I'm sorry. I don't ask until they ask. I don't give any information until I don't volunteer any information until they ask. Do you have any? And watch this. And I've been so smooth about it. You have any weapons in the car? I'll go in and pull out my permit and show it to him. Boop, boop. You see what I'm saying? And I didn't necessarily say yes or no.
Right.
I just pulled my permit out and showed it to him. Now, if he asks again, yeah. But that should have gave you all of the answers you need.
Right there, right.
You see what I'm saying? And so that's how that went down. I think it's all in how you carry yourself, Steve. I don't think you should be concerned or nervous if you have your handgun on you because you are allowed to have a handgun.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And generally cops will cops will deal with you like you deal with them. If they come up to the car and you're nervous and you're shaky and you're all of this, then it's a reason he's nervous and shaky. You put them on edge. You see what I'm saying? I have gotten pulled over by a police officer, and by the end of the stop, we was chopping it up, just having, and this was a white guy, just having a conversation. He said, "Man, I really wish more of my stops were like this." He said, and we just went through. He said, "You put me at ease with how cool you were." I said, "Okay." I said, "I understand you have a job to do. You want to go home. I want to go home. You know, I don't have anything to hide. You know what I'm saying? I'm just trying to let you do your job so we can go home." So it's really, in my opinion, about how you carry yourself. Now, are there exceptions to the rule? Yeah, you got cops that'll try to push your buttons because they a-holes. You know what I'm saying? But you got to know how to carry yourself in those situations as well. Don't let them push your buttons. Don't let them push your buttons. Remain as cool and as calm as you possibly can. You know, if they ask for your ID, don't argue, don't fight with them. Give them your ID. You know, in my opinion, you trying to go home at the end of the day. You see what I'm saying? And sometimes all a person need is a half a reason to do anything.
Right.
If you take that out of their hands, you should be able to make it through that traffic stop. Now, there are exceptions, but you should be able to make it through that traffic stop. There you go. No, I don't think you should be that concerned. You are by your constitutional rights allowed to have a firearm. And go.
Well, guys, it's been a very informative show, a very good show. For those who are looking to purchase a gun, you can hit up Mario, man. He'll be glad to share any information with you. Just inbox him any information. Once again, a lot of black people are moving away from the NRA as they've done nothing for us. And start looking at the NAAGA, the National African American Gun Association. Mario, I do believe that they do have a chapter here in Birmingham or Alabama. I don't know if it's still in Birmingham.
They have one here. They have an Alabama chapter. I am a member now of the NAAGA. I didn't say that to begin with, but I have officially joined the NAAGA. I haven't received any paperwork from them or anything. Your member number is XYZ. Haven't gotten any of that, but I went online and I joined. So I'm waiting to hear some correspondence from them. And when I get it, I'll let you guys know.
Awesome. Miss Erica said I was pulled over, and as a woman, I called my husband on speakerphone and told the officer my every move. Example, my registrations and glove compartment. Very good.
That's good. That's good.
So, rapid fire round, guys. Miss Brenda, thank you for watching. We're not quite done yet, but we thank you. Make sure you hit like and share on your Facebook page, and hit subscribe to us on YouTube, and we're there. Also, so you in Johnson. I would hate to jack up your name. I think it's Katara. Thank you. Is that right, guys?
Right.
Yeah, that looks right, Katara.
All right,
welcome,
cool.
Mr.
So rapid fire round, guys. Anything you want to say on your heart before we end? We got about 3-4 minutes. So you guys want to say anything in rapid fire round? Anything about this week?
I would say now that my mad is lifted and I can laugh and I can smile a little bit, I'm happy with the momentum that's going on from all of these protests. I just want us, like I said last week, to stay focused, stay angry, not mad. Mad is akin to insanity. Anger, right. You can focus into something positive. Stay a little angry under the surface, man, and focus that anger and continue. Young people, I'm proud of y'all for being out there on the front lines doing what y'all doing. I'm very proud of you. When the smoke clears, it's time for some people to step in and start laying down some legislation to get some things changed. Stay focused.
Did any of you guys watch Dave Chappelle? I meant to bring that up earlier.
Ooh, that did me well, son. That did me good.
Man, Dave Chappelle. Once again, I have to admit that he is one of the greatest comedians ever. He's up there. I mean, he can lay it down. He can make you laugh. He can make you think, and he does it in wise comedic form. But he also laid Candace low. I loved it. Candace Owens deserved all of that. You know what I mean? And so, if you have not seen Dave Chappelle, he's Netflix is a joke on YouTube. You can't see it on Netflix. It's only on their YouTube channel. Netflix is a joke. And check that out. Dave Chappelle, guys, it's hilarious. Check it out.
8:46.
8:46. The same amount of time it took to put the man's knee on the man's neck. I don't want to talk about it no more. All right, James Fred, a few more minutes. Go ahead, man.
My only thing, man, I want to make sure everybody's being safe, man. I want to make sure that we don't allow this stuff, because I think this stuff negatively was affecting me as far as trying to focus and get creative and get stuff done, and we can't let it do that because it'll slow us down. Like it slowed me down, man. Had me just, like Mario said, I was mad. You know what I'm saying? Like I was mad. And when you get in that frame of mind, you can't get nothing done. Right. You don't want to do nothing. And I think you want to stay mad. You know what I'm saying? Like you just want to be mad because you constantly looking at it. So that's why I hadn't looked at the situation in Atlanta. I hadn't looked at it. I hadn't watched that video. Hadn't seen it. I don't want to because I know where this stuff is putting me. And so I'm tired of seeing black men getting killed and nothing happening, or I'm tired of seeing black men getting killed. I mean, it's just getting redundant and repetitive. So I'm trying to focus more on solutions and more on what we're gonna do. When, like you say, when the smoke clears and when this stuff gets, when things start settling down, what we gonna do at that point. So that's what my focus is on now, man. I challenge everybody to do the same, man. Let's just focus. Let's keep our minds right so we can think and come up with some stuff and move past all of this and get to where we can affect real change. Because right now we're having conversations I never thought we would have. Defunding the police, really? A conversation in America about defunding the police? Let's focus, man, so we can make some stuff happen.
Right.
That was good, Jane.
Good. All right, guys. Of course, I'm gonna end it on a spiritual note for me. What I've noticed is that America's dealing with two things, and they all deal around breath. You got COVID-19, which takes your breath, and we also have the police, which is taking the breath of black people all over the country. Be prayerful.
Ooh, that's the preacher right there. Go, boy. Right. Go, boy. Woo.
That thing, boy. Boy, let everything that has breath. Oh, yes.
Yeah. So, but and everything in those situations is taking our breath. And we need to be angry but prayerful, because like you said, if we're angry, if we're mad, we're moving in out of emotions. But if we pray and have a plan, we can make it through. Can I say one thing that's pissing me off?
Don't. Just a preacher now.
Wait a minute. I gotta say this. Don't invite me to your unity prayer visual, please. Because we have evangelicals that are having these prayer visuals and they're asking black people to come. And I'm saying, don't invite me, because I'm not coming to your unity prayer visual, and you don't have any kind of plans in your church for racial reconciliation. You don't have a diverse board. You are the only person, you evangelical white pastor, are the only person that's benefiting from this unity prayer, because you don't have nothing, no plan, nothing for black people. So stop.
Can I
stop doing that? Okay. But anyway,
I want to say something too.
you want to say something too?
Yeah, shameless plug.
Oh.
Jay asked a question earlier when I started the show off. I said I had met some people that I follow on YouTube for moto vlogging. Jay, that person, his name is Hurricane and Lenora, and their nephew Picasso is the guy that I follow. So I know them through following him on YouTube as a moto vlogger. That was one, and the other one was something else I had to say, and I can't remember it now. Oh, be on the lookout. I'll be starting a moto vlogging channel on YouTube called Indie Hog TV. That should be launching here. I want to say within this month. By the end of the month, I should have some videos up and running. But Indie Hog, which is a combination of Indian motorcycle and Harley Davidson, which we call Hogs, Indie Hog TV, and that'll be dedicated to moto blogging. So be on the lookout for that. I'll let you know when it launches here.
All right. That's it for me, guys. I got a shameless plug too. The Myers, we're having a family life with the Myers YouTube show coming up. Man, we're just gonna be all over the internet. But me and my wife, we're starting a brand new series called Family Life with the Myers. We're gonna be dealing with family issues, being married, being single, having children, adopting, travel, and finances. We're dealing with everything marriage. So be on the lookout for that, guys. That's called Family Life with the Myers.
Family Life with Myers.
Yes. And shameless plug for you, Mr. James.
No, sir. I'm gonna have some dignity about myself. No,
Oh, you want to start now?
absolutely not. But
Anyway.
I am going to be posting some stuff on the Three Black Guys page.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Before we go off, I gotta gas somebody up right quick, and then I'm done talking. I want to gas my wife up right quick, Doc. I want to gas her up. Her and Scripps Embroidery Studio. Doc, she is wide open. And when I say wide open, I'm proud of her. She's doing a thing by word of mouth. She is doing her thing. Stays busy. She's doing a good job. Her customers are proud. They like me. The customers are happy. Proud of you, girl. You're doing a good job. I just wanted to give you a little gas right there.
Oh, ain't that do we you boo boo?
Yeah, I ain't gonna have no problems tonight, boy.
You ain't got no problem tonight, dog.
What you talking about?
All right, guys. That's it for me. What about you guys? You guys done?
Damn, man. I'm tired of y'all. Sick of y'all.
Put your threes up. It's been the Three Black Guys show. We'll see y'all next week, man. I want to start gassing up some black business. I want to do a black in instead of a blackout. Y'all, this week, do a black in. Go support a black business. Go sit down and go eat or go grab some food. Go support a black business. That make these weeks a black in week. All right? Do your black out now, but let's do a black in. All right?
On that, Steven.
Yes. All right, then. Out, guys. Three Black Guys. We'll see y'all next week.
Yeah. I'll let you. Peace.